Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Pitambar Humne, founder Botany for You, and working as Associate Professor and Head Department of Botany, Dharampet Empideo Memorial Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. Welcome you all in this online platform for the students of Life Sciences Botany for You. Last time we have seen the different lectures in this series, and our next lecture in this series of lectures in genetics is linkage. This lecture will be useful to the students of UG, PG, and even the students who are preparing for the NET and the SET in life sciences. So let's see the meaning of linkage in this lecture. So first of all, we will see what is linkage. We can simply say the linkage or the chromosomal linkage. In last two lectures, we have seen the law of segregation and law of independent assortment. In law of segregation, we have seen it is known as universal law or law of purity of gametes because it is carried out by every living organism which reproduces by means of the sexual reproduction in the universe, and hence universal law. But law of independent assortment is not the universal because every time it is not possible to assort the different characters or the genes independently. And why it is not possible, that we will see in this lecture. So, if we see the process of the formation of the gametes, as you know, in any cell of the organism, there is presence of nucleus, and inside the nucleus there are the presence of chromosomes, and these chromosomes are made up of the DNA and histone and non-histone proteins. If you see the definition of the genes, it is nothing but the segment of DNA which is responsible for the synthesis of a particular protein. Hence, this DNA is nothing but the gene. So, here on the chromosomes, there are the presence of genes. Last time we have seen the alleles, that is the alternative forms of the genes. If you see any organism, say for example the organism A, if this organism is diploid and the diploid chromosome number is 4, so it will contain the 4 different chromosomes in the 2 pairs. And when this organism form the gametes, so out of this pair of homologous chromosome, one will enter in the one gamete and another will enter into the another gamete. So in this way, here there will be the separation of homologous chromosomes from each other. It means that when we are talking about the formation of the gametes by the organism, actually there is a separation of the homologous chromosomes, or the complete chromosome enter into the gametes. And if this chromosome is denoted by small a, b, c, d, e, f, g and h. See, for example, these are the genes. Means when we have to see here from A to H, then all these genes will be remain together in each gamete during the formation of the gametes through the meiosis, because these all the genes which are present on each chromosome, they are joined with each other. Such a type of the condition in which the total number of the genes are present on the same chromosome are known as linked genes. So we can say that here the A to H, all the genes as they are present on the same chromosome, they are known as the linked genes. And this phenomena of the transmission of these genes from one generation to the other together as they are present on the same chromosome, that is nothing but the linkage. So we will see this linkage, which is classified basically into the two types. So here these two different type of the linkage were studied by T.H. Morgan in Drosophila. So this is a Drosophila melanogaster, and T.H. Morgan extensively studied the different gene activities in the form of linkage in this Drosophila. So first one, we will see here the complete linkage. There are the two different types of the linkage, that is complete linkage and incomplete linkage. So here the parents are taken as a gray and the vestigial, means the body color is a gray and the vestigial wings. Say for example, this is a male organism and this is a female organism, that is the Drosophila, and having the black body with the long wings, and the genotypes, that is B plus VG and B plus VG, that is homozygous condition. In the similar manner, B VG plus and B VG plus in case of the female organism. So there will the formation of the gametes that both are the same, and hence only one type of the gametes will be formed by these parents, and the combination of them into the F1 generation becomes now the B plus VG and B VG plus. So here all gray flies or the Drosophila with the long wings will be produced in the F1 generation. When we have to test with the help of test cross to that of the F1 generation, it means that test cross is nothing but the cross in between the F1 hybrid and recessive parent. So here both the gene, that is the BVG and BVG, that is for the black color and the vestigial wing, are the recessive character, and hence this is the recessive parent. And here it is a female and the F1 is taken as a male. So here the F1 organism is responsible for the formation of two gametes, and the female organism, as it is a homozygous for both genes, it form only one type of the gametes. If you see the normal condition here, that is B plus VG and B VG plus. So in a normal condition there may be formation of the different type of the condition, that is B plus VG, B plus VG plus, B VG and B VG plus. So such four different type of the gametes may be formed in such a type of the situation when it is heterozygous for both the alleles. But instead of the formation of four different type of the gametes, here there is formation of only two type of the gametes. Because if we see the male organism in the Drosophila, in which the lack of crossing over in the male Drosophila. And hence here, instead of the formation of these 4 different type of the gametes, here there is a formation of 2 type of the gametes. As if you see these genes which are present on the homologous chromosomes, that is, on the one chromosome there is presence of B plus and VG, and on another chromosome there is a presence of B and VG plus. So formation, or the one chromosome goes to the one gamete and another chromosome goes to the another gamete. So see, in the one gamete B plus VG, so this one gamete, and B VG plus, so this one second gamete. So in this way only there is a formation of 2 type of the gametes, and these are unable to separate from each other for the several generations because of the absence of the crossing over in the male Drosophila. Such a type of the linkage is known as the complete linkage. In a simple language, we can define that the complete linkage is the phenomena in which the linked genes remain together for several generations. So such type of the phenomena is known as the linkage. In the second type of the linkage, that is incomplete linkage. As we have seen, if the linked genes remain together for the several generations, that is known as the complete linkage. But if the genes which are present on the same chromosome, they separate in 1 or 2 generations, then that type of the linkage is known as the incomplete linkage. So here we have to take the same example, that is the parents as the gray and the vestigial and black with the long wings. So this is the same case till the F1 generation. And in the test cross we have changed now. Here instead of the male we have taken the female organism from the F1 generation and the male organism as a recessive parent, that is known as the test cross. The test cross can be defined as the F1 hybrid when crossed with the recessive parents, then it is known as the test cross. So here earlier we have taken the male one and now we are considering the F1 hybrid as a female, and in male the crossing over was found to be absent and hence there was not the formation of the 4 different type of the gametes. But here in the female there is a formation of the 4 different type of the gametes because there is a crossing over, and hence here there is a formation of 4 gametes, first one, second one, third one and fourth one, and hence the ratio which is obtained in the test cross, that is the gray vestigial, black long, gray long and black vestigial. So in this way here there is a formation of 4 different type of the offsprings in the ratio 1:1:1:1. So this is because here there is a crossing over in the female, and hence the body color gene and the gene for the wings or the type of the wing get separate from each other. So in this way these 2 genes are separated from each other, and hence instead of the formation of the 2 type of the gametes there is a formation of the 4 gametes. So such a type of the linkage in which the 2 or more genes are separated from each other in 1 or 2 generation, that is known as the incomplete linkage. So these are the simple 2 different types of the linkage with respect to the inheritance of the linked genes. If we see this pattern of the complete linkage and the incomplete linkage and what is the reason behind it, instead of we have to take here the A and the B, earlier we have taken the B and VG. So here in the first one there is a formation of the gametes and 4 gametes are formed, but here the crossing over is absent, and hence here though there is a formation of the 4 gametes, but these two are the same, that is one type, and these two are the same, that is one type. Hence total becomes now 1 plus 1, 2 types, means only 2 types of the gametes are formed because of the absence of the crossing over in the first, and hence it is an example of the complete linkage, or this is the reason behind the complete linkage. But when we are talking about the crossing over in the second one, see here now there is a crossing over in between the two non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. So these are the two non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome in which there is a crossing over, and because of the crossing over here there is a formation of some different type of the chromosomes, and hence these two combinations which are formed, they are the result of the crossing over, and hence there is a formation of 4 different type of the gametes, and hence here as there is a separation, see now the capital A having the with small b and small a with the capital B, such type of the combination was not present in the complete linkage, and hence such a type of the separation of the genes which were linked or were present on the homologous chromosome in one or the two generation, that is known as the incomplete linkage. The next one in the linkage is the linkage group. If we see the any organism, we can say the diploid organism. In human beings, there are presence of 46 chromosomes equal to 2n. In wheat plant, there are 42 chromosomes equal to 6n. Then if you see the mustard, then there are the 18 chromosomes equal to the 2n. Pea plant contain 14 chromosomes equal to the 2n, or the diploid condition. Means whenever we are talking about the basic chromosome number, that is n is equal to, so here the n is equal to will be 23, here n is equal to the 7, here n is equal to 9, and here n is equal to the 7. Because when we are talking about the any chromosome, these are the different chromosomes from the human beings, and there are the 23 pairs of the chromosome, and this last one is a mitochondrial DNA. But when we are talking about the any pair of the chromosome, say for example, if this is one of the chromosome, say it is a 8th chromosome in the human being, so actually this chromosome is present in a pair in the diploid cell, but this pair of homologous chromosome having the same genes, and hence the total number of the genes which are present on the one chromosome are equally present on the another pair of the chromosome, and hence the genes which are present on this chromosome first, that is 8th one, and its copy are the same, and hence we can say that here the total number of the genes which are present on each chromosome is known as the linkage group. So when we are considering the total number of the linkage group, that becomes now the total number of the linkage group in each organism will be equal to the haploid chromosome number of that organism. Means if you want to see the chromosome linkage groups of the human beings, then it becomes now the 23 linkage groups in the human being, 7 linkage groups in the wheat, 9 linkage groups in the mustard, and 7 linkage groups in the pea plant. So in this way, we can identify the total number of the linkage group which are equal to the haploid chromosome number of that organisms. So the last topic in this is nothing but the theories of the linkage, which includes the Sutan-Boveri chromosome theory of heredity, then Sutan's view on the linkage, Batson and Punnett's coupling and the repulsion hypothesis, then Morgan's view of the linkage, and the chromosome theory of the linkage by the Morgan and Castle. So in the next class, we will see the theory which is proposed by the Batson and the Punnett, which is popularly known as coupling and repulsion hypothesis. So thank you very much for listening this complete lecture on linkage. If you like this lecture, then kindly like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You, and also press bell icon for the alerts of every lecture to be uploaded on different titles in life sciences. Thanks a lot once again.